What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. Once again, third night in a row, Brooklyn, Barclays Center. Was the crowd better than it was last night at SummerSlam? Please check out all my live reactions and review of SummerSlam that is posted up right now. So it's best we get that out of the way. But SummerSlam was at SummerSlam, but Monday Night Raw back in Brooklyn. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar come out. Brock with a smile on his face, surprisingly, with Paul Heyman, as fans chanted "Suplex City." Some say on the internet because he, I guess he got paid a huge check and had to work for his money last night, so that's probably why he was smiling. But he was out there, he was happy, and Paul Heyman pretty much went out to say, the honor, privilege that Brock is still the champion. Everybody did the whole reigning, defending, universal champion, Brock Lesnar, and that the vast conspiracy was at him at SummerSlam and took an assault from 3 other pretenders. Even when he was carted off the battlefield, he didn't let medical personnel help him. And he says champions, the championships are designed to be won or lost, but he came back, from the pretty much in the back after they rolled him out on a stretcher, which I didn't think it needed to be that much anyways. But he came out and he won the match and he pinned Roman Reigns, which the fans cheered, and Lesnar smiled again. And he says no one in the WWE or UFC history has done what Brock Lesnar has done. And not only Brock already had some scratches under his eye and whatever, and that no one could even step up to Lesnar. Next thing you know, Braun Strowman comes out. He gets a big pop also. Fans chant Strowman. They went face to face. Brock started laughing at him, but then Strowman tried to hit him with a choke slam. Brock got out the way. He went into the ropes. Strowman hit him with a boot. He did 2 power slams on her. Brock tried to get off the first one, but he hit 2 of them up. He held up the title. Fans went nuts for it, and pretty much now official at No Mercy. It will be Strowman versus Lesnar for the Universal title. Some think this match should have been probably at WrestleMania, but since Strowman is on a roll right now and is on fire, you might as well do it now, I guess. Some people think that Joe should have been another rematch. And I think I said this in the review, and just to, I know we're done with the SummerSlam review, but I kind of said before, I felt like Samoa Joe didn't do a lot in that match, to be honest with you. Like he was there, but it's like, in my opinion, I just felt like he just kept running and doing chokeholds, and that was it. It was just something about him that you didn't see a lot with Joe. But yeah, this match was for No Mercy, so it was a great way to kick off the show right here. And even I know a lot of news was coming out tonight, and we'll get to that to the end of the review. But still, once again, we're back to the feud that looks like it never ends, and we're all tired of it. Was Big Cass versus Enzo in a Brooklyn street fight. Enzo once again has to do another 10-minute promo and talked about him being a New Yorker, which he's from Jersey, and talked about Cass was from a New Yorker, but he went to private school and went to NYU, but he doesn't have the street smarts and that. You broke bread with my family over 15 years ago and playing basketball, and Enzo runs his mouth, yada yada yada. He comes back with like a cart full of weapons. He starts throwing them at Cass as Cass goes up to him. Pretty much this match is just Cass beating the crap out of him, which he big booted him. I don't know why it didn't end there after Enzo had grabbed the chair, then it went to commercial. I thought that was odd. And then Enzo's still trying, but here's the thing that everyone's talking about. Cass went over the top rope when he tried to do a boot, and he went over the top rope because Enzo knocked him out of there. Enzo tried to get the chair, but Cass stomped on his hand. He was about to hit the Empire elbow, but next thing you know, the dude starts he started holding his knee, and then he rolled the ringside, and all the trainers and doctors sending on, checking on him. And then you could, I know they bleep this out, but I think Cass would pretty much say fuck his knee, and then Enzo won the match since Cass couldn't continue. Now I don't know if this was legit or not. Maybe it was, or was this the way to get Enzo a fluke victory, all because Cass has kicked Enzo's head off so many times and beat him that it's ridiculous at this point. I don't know. So I keep hearing reports that Cass was legitimately injured, to what I hear. I don't know if this was a work in that, but by the way he was going, he sounded like he was really hurt, but you never really saw X sign go by the referee, so I really don't know what to say about that, if just giving Enzo a win just because. Honestly, I'm tired of this feud. I wish they move on from this. It's ridiculous at this point. I thought they had the worst thing at SummerSlam last night with Big Show with that whole cage thing. It was very ridiculous to me. It was just so stupid. Okay, it was just God. It was very stupid. But I don't know if Cass was really hurting that. If more reports come out for that, we'll see. Emma, who was talking to Dana Brooke, talking about I should be the one going in Sasha Banks, I should have the title, and talked about Nia Jax as Dana Brooke stood there, and then since Emma talked about her, Nia Jax, it's gonna be it's gonna give Emma a CPR, so give Emma a chance. Nia Jax squashed Emma. I don't know where Emma goes through this, goes next through this, to be honest with you, because I don't know. It's this whole give Emma a chance to squash thing, and we actually want Emma to get a chance. A lot of people do, but I don't know where this Emma thing is going, to be honest. It's just, and she got no reaction also when she came out there, so that didn't help either. Like maybe in Canada, yes, but tonight, just nothing didn't really work out. It's not working out for her. Just something about it's not working. And we can obviously see that. And I feel like this is the second time now she's getting squashed by Nia Jax. So I don't know. Elias Sampson came out in the ring and did a song, which was pretty funny. He says, "What's up?" and everything. He said, "We're not doing that." And then he started singing, and then he says, "Time for some real music," which the crowd started clapping along. And he says, "Hey, no clapping. This is my song." And he went against R-Truth. He beat R-Truth real quick, so it was whatever. Just gotta build a momentum. Personally, I like the song he did last night, because I actually thought it was pretty catchy. He did in Brooklyn last night than it was tonight, so I like this song better yesterday. Next was Kurt Angle coming out, talking about a huge superstar surprise, which Kurt Angle got to use suck chance, and next thing you know, John Cena, the free agent himself, he buries Baron Corbin on SmackDown. Now he goes back to Monday Night Raw. So John Cena comes back to Monday Night Raw. And some people didn't think this was a big surprise. I heard he was already advertised to be on Raw in the begin with. I thought it'd be a different return of somebody from NXT that would have been called up. That's what I really expected, an NXT call up, but no. Next thing you know, John Cena comes out and says, "Were you expecting me?" And then let's go Cena. Cena sucks chance, and people going, "Why am I here?" Cena says. And he saw Kurt Angle at SummerSlam, and he wanted to come to Raw. People booed, and they says, "Are you guys booing Raw?" He says, "I like Monday Night Raw," as Cena said. And then he talked about he wanted to face a certain WWE superstar. Next thing you know, Roman Reigns, he gets booed, which they want to say the most two polarizing figures. And when I'm thinking about both of these two, and this has got to be a match, it's at WrestleMania, some say, but I look at this when they came out there, this is almost like a contest of who can get booed more, Cena or Reigns. Who do you hate the least, or who do you hate more? That's what it looked like. And you talk, this is Roman Reigns. And you're exactly who I'm looking for. And Reigns says, "This is my yard." You run your mouth on Twitter and stuff. Next thing you know, Undertaker chance. We're going to get to that in a minute, because a lot of people thought he would have showed up tonight. That was rumored. And Cena pretty much says, the Raw audience can be, pretty grudge sometime. They can hold a grudge, especially over the Undertaker thing. And, I didn't come to Raw to talk. He pretty much dropped this mic and was ready to fight. And next thing you know, The Miz and his entire Miztourage come out, which he said the Barclays Center, which he said Brackley Center. And Cena had to correct them and say, it's Barclays Center, okay? And alright, that's the thing. And it says no, and it said, "Miz, how do you just have to be funny, do you?" Same Cena. And next thing he went on to say something, just was like a mini pipe bomb, and probably one of the best promos Miz has cut in a long time. He says, "How many moments are you two going against? Cena and Reigns, they always getting something every single time," which the fans cheered for, and he thanked the fans then, and he says, it's like you work your entire life to get the moment, but but it doesn't come. And he says, I'm tired of Cena Reigns week after week, week after week. Both of them get their moment every time. You guys hog the spotlight. As people chanted, yes, and you're now gonna ruin their moment. And then pretty much says, you two don't even have a championship. I hold the title, and and he pretty much couldn't even say, like, I was barely even on the SummerSlam card, and I'm the Intercontinental Champion pretty much. And Miz pretty much asked the people, does Raw need Cena? Which was some bitter boos and cheers, and people saying no. But Cena says was pretty much, I'll be man enough and I'll leave then. And then Miz pretty much stopped them and he says, I'm not done talking to you. Then once again, Cena, he does this smirk like he does not give a care in the world when this stuff happens. And Miz says, this is my show. You always got that smile on your face. We can go back all the way back to WrestleMania season when Miz would cut a huge promo and Cena just laughed it off or played it off like Miz was nothing, and then would bury him on the mic. And we don't even need to go back to WrestleMania, because I don't care what anybody said, Cena pretty much buried him at WrestleMania. He really did. Like, literally, even through promo wise too, during that whole build up. Like, Miz was in there in the loop and did great, but Cena would just come heavy at Miz and buried him. And even I noticed Cena just does this smirk like he doesn't care. And then Miz says, do any of you want, I said, I don't know, the fans don't know if they want to cheer you or boo you. Pretty much at both of them, mostly boos for Roman Reigns, but does it affect them? No, it doesn't. But it only affects the champion in the ring, and that is me. And he says, he pretty much told Cena, your shirt goes on and say respect and everything. I've been here for 12 damn years, and I've earned my respect. And he says, when is my moment gonna happen, huh? When? Because you two get it every week. And as the crowd chanting, you deserved, and Cena once again playing to the crowd like this is a joke. So they should give Miz his moment and everything. And Cena said, Miz, why don't you have you or your little lackeys right there face me and Roman Reigns, which the fans, Reigns just looked at Cena for a minute and said, that's a moment. And Miz said, this isn't a moment for him, this is the moment for you, of course. He said, I'm in a suit, I'm not ready to fight. Samoa Joe comes out, fans chant Joe while he's coming out. And if anyone's going to team with Miz, it's not going to be these two, it's going to be me. Joe says he's sick and tired of Roman Reigns, that he owns it. You want to go say it's your yard and everything, but I own you one-on-one. As the fans started to chant, you're his bitch, but that kind of died down really quickly. Joe then pretty much looked at John Cena and said, as for you, he sucker punched him. He started attacking Cena. Miz and them tried to go after Reigns, but Reigns took him over, and Joe was about to choke Cena, but Reigns hit him with Superman punch to get him out. And looking through this whole segment, hold on. What do you mean? As I was saying, Cena pretty much played this off as usual. Something was a tough spot for him. Miz cut probably another great promo, probably the highlight of this thing, proving that he needs something. And probably would have fired Miz up anyway. That he had to wrestle in front of almost barely a crowd last night in a pre-show, probably 50 at most, that no one wasn't even there. So I'm sure Miz was really fired up after SummerSlam last night when he was on the pre-show, and you're the Intercontinental Champion, but you're doing it in front of nobody, pretty much. Nobody. Almost like an indie show. Like an indie crowd. That's how much you were drawing attendance. Okay? There was nobody there. But Miz was the most over in that segment, mostly because he talked about Cena and Reigns, but Yeah, that's what it was. And you know, one thing I'll add, one more thing. When Cena and Reigns were back in the crowd and stare down, people chanted, "You both suck. You both suck. You both suck." So that was funny. Cruiserweight. Once again, people do not care about the cruiserweight so much. The beach ball returns. Yes, the beach ball returns. This match sucks. Mexican Wave. And the cruiserweights was between Grin Metalik, which I don't remember the last guy that was on TV. Mustafa Ali, Cedric Alexander, and Rich Swann versus Gulak, Davari, Noam Dar, and Tony Nese. So it's like the fans did not care. There was a beach ball thing. Alright, until security probably took it, and then fans chanted, "You suck at security," and it was funny really, but then again, people just don't care about the cruiserweights, and Metalik did really good in this match. Don't get me wrong, high spots and stuff, and it's a spot fest, but when the whole match is now focused on a beach ball and Mexican waves and this match sucks or in this match or something, who cares? And we already know people don't care about the cruiserweights in general, so this is common at most that the fans would hijack the show. So they pretty much started hijacking right here. And I know people hate the beach ball, and you're going to get more of that beach ball tonight, so expect a lot of more beach ball talk. But cruiserweights, most people just sit on their hands throughout these matches. Caruso was talking to Akira Tozawa, well, not Akira Tozawa, Neville said he was the champion again, until Tozawa and Titus showed up saying it'll be a rematch on 205 Live for the title. Jason Jordan showed up talking to Kurt Angle, saying he wanted a match with Finn Balor. He wanted to face him, and he says, you know, if you're ready for that competition, he gave him the match. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose came out, the new tag team champions. People popped for them, and, you know, they held up the belts. It felt good to see them on the pill with those titles and stuff. And Sheamus and Cesaro, I'm sure they want a rematch, so you can, you know, all comers come anytime. Next thing you know, the Hardys came out. Massive. Massive delete chants. Delete. Rollins and the man said they were serious about it, and they said they grew up idolizing the Hardys. The Hardys says, you know, we have been here for a quarter of a century, for over 25 years, so they said let's do it. Which the tag match was good. I don't know if the beach ball was it during this tag match. It was good for what it was. I know someone said that people shouldn't really be talking about how long the Hardys have been here. Some said for over 25 years or something, almost 25 years really, like I said, a quarter of a century. So yeah, some people thought they were trying to say to make the Hardys look old. I didn't see that, and the Hardys should be relevant on the show. The Hardys have kind of had a tough breaker lately, well, mostly because well, you know, the Revival got hurt, Scott Dawson, so that was bad. So the Hardys haven't really had much to do lately, but they had a good tag match. Ambrose and Rollins with his Rainmaker / V-Trigger into a Dirty Deeds, beat the Hardys. So it was a good match for what it was. Samoa Joe was sitting as Miz and them saying, you know, if you need anything, you can take out Cena now, you got Roman's number. And Joe pretty much said, you two, you remain consistent. Miz, just do your little annoying under orthodox thing and we'll be cool. It was cool. Sasha came out, which everyone says she broke the Brooklyn curse, because in the past 3 years she lost the NXT TakeOver the first Brooklyn. She lost at SummerSlam last year to Charlotte. Because she lost, Brooklyn to Bayley. She lost to Charlotte, and like the crowd, like they didn't care that Sasha had to say until she sent her best wishes to Ric Flair. We're all praying for you, and that the world needs the Nature Boy. And just to get a sidetrack on that, it really is good to hear that Ric Flair is doing better, and that he's awake. He's talking. Hey, it's still a long road to go, and we all know Ric Flair isn't out of the woods yet. We know Charlotte updated the people on it, but hey, get well to the Nature Boy, and it's good that we're hearing more positive updates. But it's pretty much the crowd went with it and said woo. She says she's not like Alexa Bliss. I don't even know how to watch my back every week. I have Nia Jax cheat my way to do this. Alexa Bliss pretty much came out talked about Sasha. I'm going to defend my title. It's mine. And Sasha, she's a 4-time champion. And fans chanting, "You tapped out" to Alexa. I didn't tap out or run away. They continue to tap out chants. And Alexa Bliss says she's doing her rematch clause. But I'm going to do it next week, because I'm not going to do it for these Brooklyn fanboys. So, segment was whatever. Because Sasha was getting booed. I really didn't even understand that last night when Sasha got booed. I think it's because she's at the belt this many times, but even I thought that was pretty odd that she was getting booed throughout this match. Not this match, but this segment, even when she won the title. Even last night in the match. Finn Balor went against Jason Jordan, which, once again, the crowd did not care for this match. Jason Jordan tried to change his theme song. That didn't really work out so well. Which is a little different, but it's the same. As for Finn Balor and Jordan, and it's not like it wasn't a bad match, but I think people don't care about Jason Jordan, and I'm surprised this even happened during a Finn Balor match. But once again, the beach balls come back, multiple beach balls. I heard it was 7 beach balls that were in this match, and they did not care. Even Finn Balor looked pissed, so it just looked like they were beach balls. They like cheer for the beach ball and boo when somebody, mostly security, took them, and they were pissed at why security kept taking all the beach balls. I don't know how many beach balls were out there last night, but it was just beach balls everywhere. Probably they were so pissed at Cesaro last night from breaking one. Now they decided to bring them all back now. The beach ball mania came in full force, and they just kept saying, "We want beach ball, let's go beach ball." They did not pay attention to Finn Balor versus Jason Jordan. Finn won with the coup de grace and beat him, but it is somewhat hard to care, especially for Jordan, when it's hard to care about him when he just feels flat. He's very flat right now. He really is. Next thing you know, we're in the main event. Cena and Reigns versus Joe and Miz. Once again, the beach balls are back again. It's Beach Ball City tonight. The beach ball came, and Cena, oh my God, how many jokes was Cena tonight? Cena would just play to the crowd and get distracted by the beach ball, and even had the camera on the beach ball for a minute until somebody took it, and then the fans started chanting "asshole, asshole," and Joe kind of clapped when they took the beach ball, and Cena was just playing too, almost like a kid in a way. And then when they did the Mexican wave, Cena took part in the Mexican wave. So it's like he just kept egging the fans on to keep doing this stuff, that Miz and Joe just kept getting pissed. And it's like the crowd got really quiet once the beach ball left, and then they didn't care till the end. The match went on. It looked like Joe and them was about to win after Joe hit the coquina clutch on Cena. Roman hit that Superman punch again, but he hit Cena, and Joe was about to do something on Joe, Joe was about to do something on Roman. He was about to do a suicide dive, but Roman punched him. Miz curved up for the skull crushing finale, and then next thing you know, Cena FUs him, and it's over. And you know what's funny, kind of what proves Miz right in his promo in a way? We know that the beach ball is more over than Roman and Cena, and one thing that's really messed up is that I'm sure Miz is pissed now because he wrestled in probably in front of 50 people, probably nobody last night in SummerSlam, and now you're wrestling tonight, and nobody cares about the match, which is funny because they chanted "You deserve it" to Miz, and was so with him in his promo and cheering for him. Now they just turned on him, and they only care about a beach ball. It's just beach balls and stuff. So Cena pretty much held his jaw after that, and he was talking with Roman, and that ended the show. But SummerSlam, and we all know the night after WrestleMania, now the night after SummerSlam is supposed to be really exciting. One thing we didn't see tonight was, one thing I'm surprised we didn't see, no NXT call-ups. Nobody from NXT was brought up, so we didn't see that. People really expected Undertaker, because I almost thought I would have expected Undertaker last night at SummerSlam, but it didn't happen, so people thought that was happening. You did not see any type of big name return. You only saw John Cena on Raw. That's pretty much the thing that showed up there. And this show was just okay, but then again, I got bored at one point in time, and I think the only thing that kept fans kind of laughing, and the fans, like I said, they amused themselves, was the beach ball. it was mostly the beach ball that kept people excited through almost 3 matches, pretty much, through the end of the night. And Cena played along with them just to do that. So Raw was whatever. We had Strowman come out and beat up Lesnar. John Cena on Raw. Beachballs. It's pretty much it when you look at it for Monday Night Raw. It wasn't a lot to say. You didn't really get a lot from it, pretty much. Just a lot of hijacking crowds. It's Brooklyn, so I'm not surprised really, but I don't know where that energy was last night at SummerSlam, because Brooklyn was very dead for SummerSlam. They were somewhat better, but then again, NXT was the only time last night, Saturday night, where the crowd was just hot for it. Very hot. What does this mean for SmackDown tomorrow when they're in Brooklyn? I don't know. SmackDown's doing bad enough as it is already. And after that whole Nakamura debacle with Jinder, I don't know what to say about the show tomorrow. Even people like Rusev or Corbin, who are pretty much buried right now when you look at it. And Cena just moves the Raw like it's nothing. And stuff. So, like I said, those are kind of the highlights of the night, or lowlights or whatever. And that's pretty much the whole show of Monday Night Raw. I am out of here. I will see you guys later. I wish this camera would stop losing focus when I am on screen. Maybe I am too close, or whatever problem it is, but that's why I touched this camera to adjust it multiple times. I've got to do better with it, but yeah, that's the show. I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace out.